Today's job is doing the 750-hour service on my Caterpillar 301.5 CR excavator. The 750-hour service is only a minor service, so we change the fuel filter, the inline fuel filter, the oil, engine oil, and the oil filter, engine oil filter, and the air cleaner filters. It's not a big job. We don't have to do the hydraulic oil at this stage, thankfully. That's only done every 500 hours, so it was done at the 500-hour service and it'll be done again at the 1,000-hour service. So let's get into it. Probably should run this for a while, get it hot before I drain the oil. Okay, that's fully up to temperature. Oil's nice and hot. The socket set is all covered in red clay after changing those tracks the other day. So we're taking off this little cover plate, which will give me access to the drain plug on the bottom of the machine, on the bottom of the engine, that is. I'll just put the catch pan underneath, pull the plug out, and that'll all drain nice and clean. Okay. Done. Oh, look at that. I don't know how this works exactly, but that looks like a tap. That's definitely the sump of the engine. You can feel the warmth there. Oh, this might be even easier than expected. Righto. Pan in position. Let's see if we can just turn this tap on and drain it. Nope. Does that unlock somehow? How does this work? Let's have a look from the top. Maybe that nut has to be undone, because that thing isn't turning. That's definitely held in place. Oh, hang on. What about... Oh, that way. Ha ha! Bingo! There we go, draining oil. Pull the dipstick out a bit to let it run more freely. Yeah, good, good. Going nicely. Okay, while that's draining, let's do the other bits. in the past I've left all this servicing to Caterpillar. They've done it for me, or Westrack, but I have decided, that's a bit dusty, that I'd rather do it myself. Because I wasn't feeling comfortable with the amount that I was paying for the service, given how much work's involved, or really not involved. So that's dusty on the outside, but the inside looks pretty good. No dust inside. And the secondary filter is pretty much perfectly clean. So that's good. Time for new ones. Which way does that go? This is awkward. Catch pan's leaking. Bugger. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. That little guy's in. Top filter. Or is it in far enough? I think that is in as far as it goes. Feels right. I think that was on in the wrong spot. That should be facing down so that any dust it collects can fall out. There we go. Done. Nice and tight. Alright, why is this catch tray leaking? Oil's not missing the tray. I know this one isn't leaking, at least. Oh, it's got a huge crack in the bottom of it. It's the problem with everything being made ultra cheap these days. I don't know, maybe I dropped something heavy in there. I don't remember. But clearly, whatever I did, cracked a brand new catch pan, then something like that, if it's made from decent plastic, should last virtually forever. Now I've got oil on the driveway. Still draining. No. Let's do the fuel filter. Messy. There's a lesson for next time. Oops, need the collar. Collar. Okay, fuel filter done, oil drained. Let's turn our little tap back off. Done. No more dripping. Note to future self, put mats down even with a catch pan. I will give Caterpillar points for this. That is a neat system. Much better than a bung with crush washers. Much better. Makes the job so easy. You don't have to get oil everywhere. You don't have to get it all over yourself. It's just smart. I'm a little bit surprised by how light these bash plates or hatch covers are. I could have gone with some thicker steel than this. Wouldn't have really cost anything to do. But I do worry a little bit about how easy they would be to bend. You hit the tail of the machine on something or walk it up on a rock, you deform those plates really easily. But I don't exactly treat this machine with kid gloves. I guess I've never done that. I do think that the hatch covers on the sides of the roller frames, track frames, they should have thicker metal on them, because they bend inevitably when you pull them off to put more grease in to tighten up the tracks or to change them. Okay, last one. Right, done. So I've got 3 things left to do. New oil filter, new engine fuel filter, and then refill with oil. So the fuel filter, I thought it was going to be underneath, but thankfully it's here, hidden under all the dust. So I just need a couple of tools. I can pull that out. Should be good to go. Need some nippers for those cable ties. No nippers available, so let's just use a Stanley knife. Done. So that's interesting. that rubber mount for the inline filter. There's cable tied on. I can probably pop the hoses off and get the filter out of that without... Man, there's going to want to leak everywhere. See if we can avoid making a mess. Okay, that's off. One off. Two off. Now the filter's draining. Okay, if that's out of the way, I should be able to push that out. There we go. One filter. Looks perfectly clean, which is nice. Can't see any muck in that. Dirty on the outside, but looks good on the inside. Shouldn't be doing this with my leather gloves. Should be using nitrile gloves. Okay. As well. Done and done. I like how much access you have on this machine. Side door, that panel unbolts. I've not had this one off, I've not opened that, battery's in there I think. But I'll just unbolt that, whole side of the machine swings out, you've got access to everything. It's a pretty good design on the whole. So many machines like this are a pain to get into, but this one's pretty good, I have to say. Oh yeah, got him. Catch pan underneath because this is bound to drop some oil. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's see if we can rub some of the dust out of the way. It all feels like it's pretty solid. Okay, we're done with the wrench. Come on, okay, that's good. There it goes. Glad I put the catch pan down. Would be really nice if it didn't do that. Ooh. Will it go out through the hole? Doesn't want to. Does not want to. Okay. Let's go up instead. Oh. Oh. Yucky, yucky, yuck. Big mess if I drop this. Okay. Whew. He's out. Let's see if we can get this filter on. Then we can refill the machine, put the oil back in. Oh, right. Okay, that started. Nice. I put some oil on the O-ring. So hopefully, and filled it up a little bit so it should seat well. Give us a good seal. That should be tight enough. It shouldn't need to be wrenched off with the removal tool. Let's see if we can get rid of some of that excess spillage. This is where it'd be really nice to have a power washer still. Then I could power wash the engine bay. Get all of this crap out. That's it. I really like these rubber funnels, they fit in well. Don't know exactly how much it takes. Forgot to look that up before I started, but this was the engine oil and quantity that Caterpillar say it needs. I'm guessing it's probably, that's a 5-litre bottle. I'm guessing it's going to need at least 3, maybe 4 litres based on what came out of it. So we're looking for somewhere around here. Oh, come on, go back in. Yep, not even up to the dipstick yet. Might take a little while to get down there fully, but let's check that again. I'm starting to get somewhere. Closer. Okay, we're over minimum. Oh, come out. Okay, that's perfect. Just over half full. I've got a bit of leftover oil, which is great because I can use that for top-ups. Where are we? We're at... So I put 2.5 litres in it. We've got 2.5 left. So I should get 2 fills out of one 5-litre bottle. I'll check it again after it's run for a bit. Make sure that it doesn't, the oil level doesn't fall when I run the machine, because it'll no doubt spread it around the inside, refill galleries and things. Alright, let's start it up, get the oil circulating, see where the oil level sits. Has to reprime the fuel system. Alright, that looks like it's possibly a bit over full. Which is a surprise. Ow. The machine is leaning back a little bit. Not a lot, but I'm sure that's affecting it. Alright, we're a bit over full. Okay, hate to have to do it, but we can drop a bit out. No, it thinks it's low. But it wasn't, if it was over full, it wasn't by much. It's a bit on the low side now. Let's see. One more try. Yeah. Oh, needs a little bit more. Okay, we can do that. Now, if you're doing an oil change on one of these machines, that's something to keep in mind, is that the difference between overfull and underfull is probably not more than 100 mils. Not even, probably. We'll try that. Give it a bit more. That looks better. I think that's close enough to half. In point of fact, it's probably exactly half full. Exactly halfway between the full and overfull, underfull marks. So that'll do me. Put the oil filler plug back in. Finished. One of the interesting things about this machine, when we do a service, come into the menu, come down to service, and we go to maintenance. Okay. And we can set or reset the counter on how many hours are on different things. So engine oil and filter, it's had 278 hours of operation. It's meant to be done every 500. Not quite what I was told when I bought the materials to do this, but okay. Oops. Service, maintenance. So what we want to do is reset this item, and we do that, reset, okay, that's back to 0. Now it will count up and tell us how many hours we have on all of these items. We'll go through and do the others that I've changed. So we did the oil engine oil and filter, we did the fuel water separator, fuel pump screen filter we did. Reset that one. Okay. And we haven't done final drive oil because that's every 1,000 hours. We haven't done hydraulic oil filter because that's every 1,000 hours. It's still got 278 to go. Hydraulic oil has 844 hours on it. It's viable for 3,000, so we don't need to do that anytime soon. So there you go. We didn't actually need to do all these things, but I called my local dealer, asked them what needed to be done at 750 hours. They said all of those things. They didn't need to be done, but they are. So that won't hurt the machine. It wasn't that expensive to do. So that's our service done. Time to put the machine away. Well, that job's done. I hope that was interesting. Thanks for watching. See you next time.